I do want to ask you about one player who has moved during this transfer window. He's a player. I just wanted your views on whether you have done this before, seen this before, how you spark a player back into life. Dele Alli has gone to Turkey from Everton, of course, an ex-Spurs player, and all of us, having seen his talents just a few years ago, scratching our heads over this. How do you get it back out of him?
I rung Frank, and I said, Frank, Dele Alli, take the chance on Dele Alli. His fantastic ability. You can get him going. Coming to a great club like Everton, you give him a big lift. Frank said, Harry, I'm down the road already. It wasn't that he was taking he said to me, we're down the road with him. Yeah. I went, brilliant. I think he'll be great for you. He was a disaster. I watched him play. He's losing the ball. He walks. He don't run. I don't know what's happened to him. What has happened to him? He's going to Turkey. Where is his career going? He turns up the sign for Everton in a Rolls Royce, into a working class council area, the ground surrounded by all houses painted blue and white. The people live for their football. He's rolled up in a Rolls Royce. Who does he think he is?
But it doesn't. That stuff doesn't matter as long as he goes on the pitch and does the business.
It does matter.
As long as he performs.
It still don't send out good signals for me. It don't send out the right signals. Be humble. Turn up. Want to come and play. Get on with it. But he's not performed either, so really, and I was his biggest fan. I stuck up for him, argued about him. I always said I could get him going. If I could get hold of him, I'd get him playing. Well, I don't think at the moment the only person who's going to get him playing is himself.
Harry, I agree.
He needs to wake up.
Harry, I agree with you. For me, you can turn up in the Rolls Royce if you're doing the business. Dele Alli, for whatever reason, his head ain't in it.
No.
So, as I said, I agree with you. If you turn up, you get your nut down and you get playing, and prove yourself again. Because every time you join a new club or you take the pitch, you've got to prove yourself. Dele Alli just hasn't had the hunger.
He's shown nothing, has he, Kev? I'm watching every Everton game, so I'm pulling for Frank. I'm desperate for Everton to get results.
Yeah.
He's my nephew, and I love him. And I'm thinking, what are you doing? Dele Alli, what are you doing? You've lost the ball. You're walking. What are you doing? They're in trouble. Run. But no, I don't know. And as I say, I've had more arguments about him and stuck up for him more than anybody. But I've even listen. Frank took a gamble on him, and it's backfired badly. And now he's shipped off to Turkey. He's playing for England a few years ago. He was one of the best midfield players anywhere. He could have gone to Man United. He could have gone to Liverpool. He could have gone to played Man City. He could have played for anybody at that time when he was playing at Tottenham. He's lost it. He's lost that hunger. Can he get it back? I don't know. Why not? Why didn't he get it back at Everton? He's running out of options, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Harry, one more question from me, mate. What's your thoughts on Haaland? And what do you reckon his ceiling is?
Oh, amazing, isn't he? Amazing. I mean, the power, the pace, everything, the finishing. He's just a monster, isn't it? I mean, he's going to be scary, isn't it? At the start of the year, I thought I like a bet. I thought I'll have a few. I think I'll bet him to be top goal scorer. And I didn't do it. I mean, I wish I had done. It could all be over in about 2 months. I mean, it's frightening how good he looks. So, but Man City just look, mate. They got them fantastic players, Kev. They slide balls into him. The service he's going to get, and the runs he makes up the sides, and he's going to get opportunities galore, and he's going to keep scoring goals, isn't he?
You've seen the great strikers, Harry. Where does he rank? Because, I mean, he looks like a real talent. How big a talent do you think he is?
Well, he could be right up there, couldn't he? Harry Kane's been the best I've seen the last few years, for sure. Harry's plays a little bit. Harry's a great all-round player, probably a better all-round footballer in terms of linking play now, he's passing. But this boy is just a finisher. He's strong. He's got lightning pace. I mean, at the moment, there wouldn't be a better centre forward in the world, would there? Probably.
Just taking you back, Harry, to deadline day, because you mentioned something a little bit earlier on, the old school way, going round to a chairman's house to negotiate signing one of their players. I love that, because it's all changed. It's all social media. I've just seen a video of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in London going into a clinic for his medical ahead of a move to Chelsea. You get these things filtering through before you get the big news, but it's all changed in the mobile phone era and smartphone era. Taking you all the way back to when you could go and negotiate with someone face to face, who were the toughest ones?
What, in terms of managers or players?
In terms of chairman that you went and spoke to, in terms of wanting to sign one of their players?
Well, I mean, the chairman, it was always different. I remember wanting to sign Di Canio, and Terry Brown, the chairman at West Ham, said, Harry, anybody but him, He that was when he was coming back after pushing the referee over. He'd just finishing his ban, and he said, please, Harry, not him. I said, listen, he's a fantastic player. They'll love him here. And he backed me, to be fair, But and now the deals are done anyway by chairman and chief executive. Managers, really, you have very little part in it now. Chairman, Daniel would do all the deals at Tottenham, all the negotiating, obviously, and everything that got done there. So, I think they read the script now. If you've got a good chief executive on your side as well as a go between you and the chairman, he can tell the chairman, look, unless we get one or two in here, we're going to be in trouble. And so, I think they read the script well enough now, chairman, that they know when you need a bit of help in most cases.
And a lot of clubs do. As we count down to this transfer deadline, Harry, you go back to putting your feet up and enjoying yourself. Appreciate you joining us on talkSPORT this evening.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers, Harry. Thanks.
Cheers, Harry.